It's freaking hot outside.
Yeah, and there's fires.
Fires everywhere.
In fact,
I haven't seen any flames, but lots of smoke.
No, but just recently.
Yeah.
Here, I left the house to go look at the other house. I left my house because I don't own it anymore. To go look at a house, potential. It's not potential, but it was cute. At 3:00. No, sorry. 2:45.
Yeah.
Got back to my house at 3:30. And it smells like smoke.
Yeah.
And it's super smoky at my house. It was like, there was none of that when I left. And I got back to my house and I was like,
I know.
Are our mountains on fire?
I know. It's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, it's really, really hot. And, oh, hey, by the way, welcome back to Between the Reps with Brooke and Gina. It's one of those days, guys. Yeah. I don't normally wear shorts.
She's wearing shorts.
But I'm wearing shorts because I don't have my car right now.
Because she's like the bestest friend ever.
I wasn't going to say why, but I lent my car to a friend who got in a car accident. They're fine, but smashed up his car. So I had to take his car in, and we have an extra work truck, but he can't drive the work truck because of the insurance. So I'm driving the work truck with no air conditioning during the biggest heat wave here. And so, yeah, I was sitting in my own disgusting sweat the whole way here. Just slip sliding. I was trying to put like self tanner on. I'm pretty sure that's why I won't put your pillow on me right now.
Good call.
You can't even tell I have self tanner on.
Oh no, you look tan.
A little bit. Okay.
I
can't find a good self tanner.
No, actually, I follow some different people on Instagram and some people that I don't follow, but they show up on my explore page.
Yeah.
Like the fashionistas.
Uh-huh.
And I've sometimes see them like promoting different self tanners that they like really love and believe in. And I've yet to actually buy one.
Well, Ruby, my youngest, she uses one and it looks great on her. It has like a buffing thing.
Yeah.
And my skin is just so dry that anytime I do any kind of self tanner, it just lumps up, and I think I'm just not patient enough.
Yeah.
To really get it even.
Well,
I always have streaks.
When Bonnie was here, I remember I was at the house and she was sitting on the couch. She was just chilling in, sweats and stuff. And it was because she had her self tanner on and she had to have it on for an hour before she could shower.
Oh.
So like we weren't waiting. We were just chilling.
So she puts it on and then showers?
Yeah. So this one that she uses, you put it on and wait an hour and then you rinse it off.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like,
I'm going to find out what that is.
Yeah, because I've had a self tanner I've used before. I got it at, what's it called? At Sephora, I believe. And
it sounded like you said Sephora.
Sephora. And it's like a clear liquid and it's mousse, like you pump it and it also comes with like a
little buffer
glove. Mm-hmm. And I liked it a lot, but
I think I remember you had that. Yeah.
But it's, it's still at some point ruins my sheets.
Well, and how do you get the certain parts you can't reach?
I only ever really put it on my legs. Sometimes on like my butt, if I was like going to wear a swimsuit, or maybe a little bit on my arms, but I never really...
You just got to like feather it in.
Did my back or anything like that. And then, but I also am usually have more color on my upper body, like my shoulders and my arms than I do on my legs. And usually I would put on my legs just to myself thinking like, as long as with my shorts on or whatever, I look tan. Most of the people that are seeing me look tan aren't seeing me when I take my clothes off. So it's okay that I'm going to have weird lines.
Right. Yeah. Like it's like where it's collecting.
Very clear that that's not your real tan because there's a lot of inconsistency.
Yeah. My problem is, let's see, what's my problem areas? Well, I have a lot of problem areas. I meant,
what's my problem?
Lots of problem areas. Usually blending them into my ankles. That's where you can see it. Mm-hmm. Right into, like down in here. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll get lotion and try to blend it.
Yeah. And then
or between my toes.
I know you have to like be careful like on the elbows and the knees.
Right. It'll get oversaturated.
Just like dark knees.
First time I ever spray tanned, I didn't realize the directions for it. And I spray tanned and this is when I was going to like a Globo gym, and I went to the gym right after, and I think I was on the Stairmaster or something, and I'm sweating, and this dude is right next to me, and he keeps like looking at me. and I just stopped, and I looked at him, and I said, my tan is coming off, isn't it? I didn't know what else to say. My tan is coming off, isn't it? He goes, uh-huh.
Oh my God.
And it was the worst because some of it.
Picture you with like droplets of like
white
on your face. He's looking over and like, this chick's melting.
It was bad. And the worst part too is that once the initial, because it was when it first started, and once that happened, only, you can't get the whole thing off.
Yep.
So I'm trying to it was horrible. So yeah, if any of you guys out there have a good recommendation for tanning stuff. I've used the Build-A-Tan before. They have this lotion. I think it's Neutrogena.
Jergens, maybe.
Maybe Jergens.
Yeah, my dad uses that.
It's like Build-A-Tan.
Yeah. Every time I'm home, my dad's like, he comes out and he goes, do I look tanner yet? Putting on his
I've been building. This is day 3.
On his legs.
Well, I think you have to, I don't know.
Like every time my parents are getting ready to go on a trip.
Oh, uh-huh.
He'll like try and like build himself a tan before they go.
Just building a tan right now.
My mom is so tan.
I know.
She calls me and she's like,
every time I see her, she's darker.
She calls me. It's like
so jealous.
9 a.m. here, 9:30. So it's, 10 a.m. there.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, oh, I'm just coming in from the pool because it's so hot there.
She says
like,
she does the early morning
She goes out
tan.
for the early morning sun and stays out there as long as she can, and then she's done.
Well, that's the thing too. I don't mind going out in the sun for a little bit here and there.
And also,
not my face, but my body.
Also, when it's been
too hot
laying by your pool, it's like you can just put your feet in for a second, or like going
right.
And then lay out again.
I'm just laying out on my deck, just frying.
Oh, for sure. You're going to just look the same color as your deck.
I'm the color of redwood. Old redwood, they call me.
Oh, man.
Oh, funny. All right. Well, I was going to look.
Well, I want to kind of talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, we were watching the show on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Unwell.
Yeah.
And
I think there's 6 episodes. Each episode's different.
Yes. It's crazy.
It is crazy. You should watch it.
First episode is about essential oils,
which my sister and my daughter love.
Dude,
they love themselves some essential oils.
Yeah. I have some essential oils that my mom gave me. Like, my family's not like a big essential oil family, but I know people that it's like
a way of life.
Everything.
Yeah.
It solves all your problems.
Right. We probably have some listeners that are super into it too.
Dude, I was never anyone who was really concerned with it until I watched this episode on Unwell.
Yeah. You need to watch it. It's I don't want to give it away.
I'm just going to tell you this. There's this woman on there, and she, you get the whole backstory when you watch it, but there's these oils and it's a certain company, and you can like use it for everything and use it multiple times a day, and you can ingest it and you can do it because it's the purest form, and you can do all these things. This chick had the gnarliest reaction.
Yeah.
After a portion of time of doing this, that basically burned. She had rashes and like almost burning, oozing rashes all over her body, her face for 5 years. It took 5 years after stopping taking it.
Yeah.
For it to heal.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that she's talking about how the things that she ended up allergic to were the things she was, cause this is what, I mean, it wasn't funny, but she said that, what do you do when this happens? You go to the Facebook group and ask everybody that's using essential oils, has this ever happened? And they said, oh, that can happen. Just use this for it. And so she was treating the, her lesions and all this stuff with the exact same thing that was causing them.
Yep.
Horrible. But, and everyone would probably say, oh, that's just one instance in my experience. But I'm telling you, they started a class action. Well, no, it wasn't a class action for that. It was for something else, because apparently the biggest company's kind of a pyramid scheme or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they, I don't know. They basically, I think she came out with it, and then a bunch of people.
Yeah, a lot.
I think she wrote a book. Sorry, I was trying to remember what she said. I think she wrote a book, and then a ton of people started contacting her with all the exact same thing happening, which is frightening.
Yeah, and
it's very scary.
You know,
and people use this shit on their kids.
Yeah, and she tried to reach out to like the head of medical for this company.
Right. Never got
back to her.
Crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
You guys. And then, you know, in the show, they talk about, they give you some different stories. So there was another family that their daughter was autistic. And they were using the humidifier.
Right.
With certain essential oils to help her sleep. And they were having great success with it.
Right.
And I think a lot of it just kind of comes down to, and in the show too, she says like, too much of anything is not good for you.
Right. Right.
You know, but in this company that they're like working for, one, you get a glimpse into like the whole pyramid of it. And it's insane that people still want to do it because people are making no money.
Well, they were saying 97% of the people from this company, which it's the biggest one in essential oils, 97% of the people that were selling it were getting $1 a month.
$1 a month. Living something. What's it called? The company Living.
Young Living.
Young Living.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, crazy.
Crazy.
I think that the draw of it was that if you got to this certain level, you could make $1 million. One person was making 6 figures, but then the guy was saying out of all the millions of people that are selling this, he said 46 of them have reached that level.
Yeah.
So if someone's trying to talk you into selling this shit,
you have to,
don't do it.
You have to be one of the firsts.
Yeah.
To really do well.
Yeah.
In that
he said it's 0.011 or 0.00015% will start to really make money with it. But I understand the draw,
of course,
because you're maybe a stay-at-home mom or something, or single mom, or you want to be home with your kids, so you want to do something that will contribute to the family.
Yeah, remember when I sold Nerium?
Yes. Remember when you tried to get me to sell it?
Yeah, and you were like, "Fuck no," and I was like, "Help
bitch,
me, help me." Hey guys, you know, when you need, okay, let me start from the beginning. When I moved to California, I left being a full-time student to follow a boy. That worked out well for me.
That always works out well.
Actually, it did, because my life is
I followed a boy.
Right now.
It is.
Anyways, moved here. I literally had like maybe $1,000 in my savings account. Okay. And my first job was washing towels at a hair salon. That was my first job.
Got to start at the bottom. Yep. Now you're here.
But at a certain point, I was introduced to this product, and it actually was really great. It's called Nerium.
I did buy some.
Yes. It's an anti-aging nighttime cream that you would use. And it was really good. I
liked it.
There's a lot of good skincare out there. But Athea Skin is probably the best. So you guys should check that out. And we just launched our sunscreen moisturizer, which is awesome. But
and a lip scrub too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nerium is a multi-level marketing company, and you know how you get in? It's because friends. That's what they talk about in the show. It's like friends. You reach out to your friends and family, and that's what you do. And not only did I like the product, and it really worked. I was a college dropout basically, and was like searching for a future.
That wasn't it.
Nope, and I dropped it.
Yeah.
I dropped that shit.
You know what I didn't like about it is that you signed up and then they just kept sending it to you. Mm-hmm. I hate that
so
shit.
much of it. I don't know where it's at.
You have to go through this whole process to even stop using it. So I think I had, I don't know, I had boxes of it. Probably not as much as you did. A lot of those things you have to buy. And that was what they were saying for this essential oil company is that you have to buy. So where they're making all their money is that if you decide I'm going to be the person that sells this with this promise of, oh, you're going to make all this money.
That's how Mary Kay was, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Nerium, you actually don't keep inventory.
You don't have to buy into it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't.
So that's what they were saying is that's why they were trying to prove that it's this pyramid scheme.
The only thing you have to do is like you yourself would be using it. So you would have like you sign up for like.
But you have to buy the product.
Your bottle. Use. Yeah, your bottle.
But just one.
Yeah. Like you and there were like some incentives too where it was like at a certain point, it's like what your cost is per month or whatever, which was pretty affordable, is balanced out with like people that they too are buying it each month.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, for the essential oil business, I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I think that they had to buy $100 worth of product every month to sell it.
Yep.
And the problem is that if you don't have people buying it, or if you run out of people, there's only so many people you can do those at home thing, the parties or whatever, the home parties.
Listen, I'm only going to buy a sex toy at a party, okay? Non-essential oils.
One time
this party doesn't come with cocktails and
cocktails. I went to one of those one time and Nico was so mad at me because he thought I was going to come home with a sex toy and I came home with I don't know why I got this. I got a candle.
Nice.
Yeah. And then it was like a glove, like a massaging glove.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I would have got that too.
I mean, it didn't vibrate enough to really do that much for you. But he goes, what'd you get? I go, just got like a candle in one hand and a glove in the other. He goes, really? That's what you got? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We used to have a box of toys in our closet and one of the kids found it and was horrified. Had a weird smell to it. Not like a hoo-ha smell. It smelled like rubber.
Like silicone?
Yeah, like silicone. And lube.
Oh man.
What's your favorite lube?
We have the same kind.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What's it?
Uber Lube.
Uber Lube.
I love Uber Lube. Best lube, guys.
Yep. But Uber Lube, you can't use it on silicone toys.
You're not supposed to, but I have.
Okay. Well, I have another kind that I use
for that
silicone.
Okay. Okay. Oh, please elaborate.
Oh God, you guys, I have this funny story. So I don't even know if I told this. Have I told them about the big purple guy?
No. Have you?
I don't know.
Sorry, guys, if we've already told you about old Big Purple.
If you're like me, you may have found, especially just through these crazy times this year, the idea or the want to talk to somebody. Even if it's just to talk about stress, depression. For me, I've been using BetterHelp, and the platform is so easy to use, and you can use it anywhere, use it from the comfort of your own home, to where I speak with text message with my counselor. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they can make it easy and free to change counselors if needed.
It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. The service is available for clients worldwide. There's also a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas.
In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/reps. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps for 10% off.
We were at a friend's house for, was it Christmas? Thanksgiving? Friendsgiving. And our friend Annie.
I think you did tell the story.
Did I?
I think so. I'm sorry.
Should I tell it anyways?
Yeah, just give a revised version.
Okay, friend Annie, a friend of hers had a sex toy shop that was shutting down. And so, beknownst to me, she had a plethora of toys at her house, I guess. Anyways, I'm leaving. I'm going to my car. It's nighttime. I walk out, unlock my car, open the door, and there is a giant double-sided purple dildo. It's just slanging, just hanging dong over my steering wheel. And I was like, what the fuck? And I grab it. And as I'm seeing it, I look up and the whole rest of the party, they're all lined in the windows looking out to me. I'm laughing so hard. I try to go take it back in to Nick and Annie, and Nick's locked the door and he's like, nope, that's yours.
It's your party favor.
And so I still have that at my house today. And I was laughing because I was like going to be showing my house.
Oh.
And I was like, should I just like leave this somewhere?
Just leave it out. Leave it out on the bed.
But they weren't going to go in your closet. So it's in my closet on a shelf. But I was like,
but it's just sitting out on a shelf.
But even better. So if I've already told this, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell it again because it's so good. So when I was young, growing up, my mom always had a big cedar chest. And it's like where she kept, she would keep like keepsakes.
Yeah.
So like I remember every like drawing or a painting I ever did, like my mom and she'd put it in there.
Tell me she did not keep the dildo next to the kids' drawings.
No, not a dildo. But like I was a interested kid, just in stuff. So I would sometimes I'd like to go through the drawers of the cedar chest and like look at old pictures of my parents and see all the old drawings.
So you were kind of a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you also go through medicine cabinets of other people's homes?
Not regularly. I mean,
like you maybe have, but
I don't go to many homes.
That's true.
So the few homes I do go to, they're all of people that I already know what's in your cabinet.
Oh, that's probably true. Okay.
Anyways, I found this penis shaped object. Okay. And I was like, oh, what is that? And it's also like nude color.
Is it that thing you have?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so for the longest time, I was just like, I remember finding it, just being like, oh
my mom's a freak.
My mom's a freak. And it was hollow. I learned later. My mom, she's the best. So she always would, she made cakes all growing up. Birthday cakes, wedding cakes, and she would throw parties. And so she would do, I guess when they would have parties, whether it was like a bachelorette party or like just them and their friends or like, my dad and their groups of friends, they would have parties and they would, it's an ice. It's like an ice to make ice. Yeah.
You fill it. Yeah.
An ice shaper.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably the technical term for it.
It's a dick ice tray. It's a dick tray for one dick. And my mom, they would freeze water and they'd put like different food coloring in there.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then they would float those in the punch bowls.
Oh my God.
She's totally my mom.
Totally.
And at a certain point, I took it.
Yeah, you have it.
So I have it.
Because I remember finding it and going, what the fuck is this?
It's in my Tupperware drawer.
Yeah, because I know. Because I remember finding it in your kitchen and I thought, first of all, what is that going to do? It's just going to collapse inside of you. It's not going to do anything. And you're like, oh, that's for ice. I said, oh, yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Sure, makes sense.
So it's actually in my freezer because I did fill it with water.
Oh, you did?
To freeze it.
To make ice.
Then I was trying to get it out and I was like, I couldn't get it out. So then I was like running under hot water, got it to slide out. And I was like, oh yes. And I put it back in and it's in my freezer and it's been in there. But I was also joking that I have this like penis ice tray.
If they're like going through
be showing my house. I'm like, I should just put these things in random spots.
It is a pretty lifelike looking wiener too.
I actually could get it and show people who are watching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
show it to them.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay. And she's off. Hurry. I don't want to be here by myself.
Her house is so big.
Her house is so big. Found it? What if somebody that when they were looking at the house, they took it?
Dude, I'd be so mad.
Okay. She's coming back to show everybody.
The thing that's so great too is it's like old.
It is old.
Like it's
Oh, you really want to do a reveal. My legs are falling asleep. I have to keep moving around, but I'm trying to not show my crotch. I just see my bruises instead.
All right, you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not, go like and subscribe and look at this. Dude.
I did. I found it and it's like super thin. It even has like a little pee hole.
It does.
It does.
And it's like, it got like a crack right here at the base. It's frozen in there.
Huh.
Should we just start having this out?
Just leave it there.
It's going to start melting.
You could make popsicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is,
To make this totally R-rated. Oh my God. Everyone's been saying you have a dick.
Watch someone.
For those of you,
someone's going to flag my YouTube video. Anyways, yeah, this is my mom's had this for a very long time.
I love that your mom's had it.
Like a long time.
That's funny.
How old is my mom? She is 62.
Yeah. No.
61?
61 this year.
And she has for sure had this since she was probably like 21.
She's just been keeping it.
And I'm never going to throw it away. I'm going to keep this thing forever.
I'm going to hand this down to my daughter someday.
I'm going to hand this down.
It's a family heirloom.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
Dude, I wish that we had another one so we could have a party and float some penises in our punch bowl.
Yeah. Instead of making one at a time.
Yep. So there it is. I feel pretty good about that story.
Okay. Yeah. It's funny.
It is funny.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Yeah. Anyways.
I know. What were you going to talk about? Oh,
you were literally going to bring something up and I was like, well, I kind of want to talk about unwell. We talked about that.
Oh.
You guys should...
Well, we're going to have a guest.
Yeah.
Future guest, right? Mm-hmm. Sorry. I got to keep making sure my hoo-ha is not coming out.
There's an episode on there and they talk about bee venom. And obviously every episode, they hit it from different angles.
That's what I do like about it is that it shows it's not just taking something and
debunking it or like trying to like expose it.
Right.
Like
there's two sides to it.
And like, just like the essential oils, you're kind of seeing like some negative stuff, but also positive stuff.
Right.
With evidence of where it's coming from.
But I think the frightening thing about that is that I think maybe the takeaway for what it should be for people is that how worth it is it to you when something is not being regulated?
Oh yeah.
They don't have anybody overseeing whether or not.
And that was what she talked about. Like the main story on it was like, this is something that people are using for, you're saying you can use this for all these like illnesses or like things that if you don't use that and you get real medicine, you go to a physician or you're looking at over the counter stuff, but stuff that's been regulated and now you have essential oils where they give information of like where, her looking at her Facebook group or the information that she got
They're
from
just
like
getting
the
whatever
company.
the company's
it's like,
telling them.
Just keep using it.
Right.
Just keep drinking it.
Right.
Try and double your dose. I think your body's just, it's going to go through a phase of adaptation.
I know, right? At what point? Just looking like a zombie?
Yeah.
It looked really painful.
It did look really bad.
And that was the crazy part is that she said by the time she did figure out, and you already said that it was 5 years, but she had, 5 years of recovering from it.
Yeah. She said that's how long it took and it finally spread to her face. There's all these photos they show. It's gnarly.
It's bad.
And she talked about how painful it was. Oof. But there's an episode about bee venom and you guys should go and watch it in preparation for our episode we're going to have with a guest. I actually did not get her last name. This happened yesterday.
Yeah, we were just watching it yesterday.
We were watching the episode. As we're watching it, I'm like, let me look up this woman. Her name's Brooke. And I'm looking at her social media and I look at Gina and I was like, hey, what do you bet we could get her on a podcast? And Gina's like, try. So I messaged her and she's very excited. We're going to have her on. We're going to talk about, we're really going to learn because me and Gina know nothing about bee venom or all the things that people are currently using it for or that people have used it for in the past and in history. She has used it for Lyme disease and she runs this place called Heel Hive. And I think it's in Sonoma, California, where
I think it's based out of there.
And it's really focusing on
specifically Lyme disease.
And she has like physicians that she works with. And it was actually a really cool episode because she kind of discusses like, I'm not a specialist, and really goes over to anyone who's coming that has Lyme disease that's wanting to start a sort of bee venom therapy. They have to do blood work. They have to have someone, a physician they're working with, all this stuff
throughout the process, which I really like because you know me, I'm a skeptic.
Oh, same.
Every single thing I watch, I go, that's bullshit.
Prove it.
No, I swear, it worked for me. No, don't believe it. It's crap.
But we're going to have her on. I'm pretty excited about it.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, we got a half hour. I know that was weird that I said it like that.
You guys,
I'm the timekeeper.
It's not just that.
What? We thought we were going to have a guest.
We did. But we still, you guys got great dick stories.
Yeah.
No, we do have a guest we have 2 coming up. There was one we were going to try and get her on today. But life, Cassidy Lance McWhorter. I think that's her full married name. Really good friend of mine, OG CrossFit Games athlete, just had a baby, and we're going to have her on so she can kind of tell her story of IVF. That's what it's called, right? It was a very emotional, long struggle for her and her wife her to get pregnant.
Which so many women have been on that journey.
And I have no understanding of that.
I don't either.
And we've had Camille on talking about her pregnancy, and I think it would be really cool for me. I would just love to kind of hear what that process was like. And
just for any of our listeners that have had to go through it or maybe going through it to, have
so Cassidy's going to be on, and we're going to
something about it.
Let her talk about that.
Okay. So I found, Jesse Russell wrote in with some potential topics that I was going to pick a couple out here. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. One of them was favorite beauty products. We know about Athea Skincare, but what about your go-to foundation, mascara, eyeshadow palette, lip, etc.?
Oof. Currently, I'm using Thrive mascara.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the brand, and I need to throw it away.
Oh,
and get a new one. Not because it's bad. It's actually really great mascara. But
I thought you meant it was shitty.
Something I'm not very good about when it comes to makeup is ever really paying attention to like the expiration
date.
How
long you're supposed to have it.
Yeah. I like that mascara a lot because it doesn't run. It comes off in a way that kind of comes off like in like pieces. Okay. Does that make sense? And just because I either am sweating a lot or whatever, I prefer mascara like that.
I used
like I'd rather have like little pieces that have like fallen off my lashes. Chunks. I can like wipe away chunks versus like it running.
Right.
And then like,
is it waterproof?
No.
Oh, okay. I use waterproof.
But I've had it on and been either swimming or whatever, and it stays on pretty well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
it's not bleeding.
Yeah, I like that. I currently use a Color Science. Is that brand we like? Color Science has a tinted sunscreen that is really great, and we've been using that for a while.
It's called Tint du Soleil.
Yeah.
I love that. Although I haven't tried yours yet, so I might.
Well, we don't have tinted sunscreen yet. So yes, with Athea Skin, when I first started that company, the product I wanted the most was a tinted sunscreen and sunscreen in general. But it was just a long process to develop something like that, which, I mean, logically thinking, it makes sense that to develop a sunscreen and to, actually be able to stand up behind the claims of knowing that it works.
Right.
And then more than that too, it's like for your face. So, trying to get the right.
How does your makeup go over it?
Yeah. How does your makeup go over? Is it really greasy? Does it have a matte finish? Is it, what does it smell like? Like all these things that are really important.
Some of the sunscreens, when you put them on, I was just talking about the other one.
Yeah.
Some of the sunscreens you put on, which the Tint du Soleil is really nice to put makeup over.
Yeah.
But a different one that I had used it ended up, when I put my makeup on, it collected.
Yeah.
Like all these little chunks. I had chunks all over my face.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
But what else do we use?
I use the Jane Iredale. It's mineral makeup for powder.
Yeah. I have some of the powder, Jane Iredale.
Yeah. Cause I usually just do the sunscreen and then the powder. And then I just do mascara and a little bit of bronzer.
Yeah.
And then chapstick or something like that. Pretty simple.
I do the sunscreen. I do some concealer under my eyes, usually. I've used Shape Tape from...
What is that?
Benefit?
Shape
no,
Tape?
it's not from Benefit. Tarte. It's from Tarte Cosmetics. Shape Tape is what they call it. Concealer.
Yeah, I need that. I have dark circles under my eyes.
That, Anastasia eyebrow stuff, which is awesome. And bronzer. There's a company called Hourglass, and they have this palette that's like a highlighter palette. I can't remember the name of it, but it has like 3 different squares in there that are all like one that's more of like the
lighter,
like
one's
the highlighter, and then one that's kind of like a pinker shade, and then one's more of like a earth tone, or like an earth tone. And I like that a lot. I put that on like my temples, my cheeks, and then on my jawline, and it really
contours.
It doesn't contour. It's just it elevates your face. Your look.
It's a good selling.
Dude,
selling point.
do not know how to contour. I wish I did.
Haven't you ever watched those YouTube tutorials and then you try to do it and you just look like it doesn't look good.
That's one skill that I don't have. Makeup.
Yeah, me
that
neither.
I wish that I did. I've seen some videos trying to watch like makeup tutorials to like figure out like a better way to make my face look a little better. And it's this. Either I like really toe the line of looking like a drag queen.
It's just too much.
Or just like a mess. Like I just did a bad job.
Yeah.
I have to be very careful. It's like with like my features on my face, it can be too much really quickly.
Right.
Like even when I've had my makeup done for different stuff, I always have to let them know like
less is better.
Like neutral, like natural. Because you do too much and it just really, like I have really high cheekbones. I have pretty small eyes. I have a prominent nose and chin.
You have that Neanderthal forehead.
I do. Big old Neanderthal forehead. But like I have like little features, like my eyelids are really small. That used to always irritate me because I'd watch these makeup videos of like
and they have the big lids.
What they do to their eyes. And I'm just like, they have all these different colors and you put it right here and put it right here. And I'm like, I don't even have that area.
I don't have enough room.
Are there smaller brushes? Can I get a smaller brush? So yeah. And like, it's other problems. Like people, you can put me, it's like you hate overhead lighting, right?
I hate it.
I hate it too. But you can,
I hate it so much.
You can light me in, I will look drastically different in different light. Like natural light is just, it's natural makeup, natural light. It's just, I just look better.
When we were doing Daniel's class for kids class.
Yeah. In the overhead light.
Yeah. And he was doing it live Instagram and he kept having those stupid fluorescent overhead lights on. And I just thought, oh my God, I look like the Crypt Keeper. I just look like,
like dark
there.
eyes.
Yeah. I look like I'm completely hollow in the middle. It's like, it's so bad. I would always go and turn them off. Natural lighting's way better.
I'm now to where I see bad photos. I mean, I guess that's subjective, right? I see photos of myself that I consider bad. And I look at it and I think, I mean, it might not even be a photo. It might be like I walk into the bathroom somewhere. I'm at REI and I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow. Well, that's what you look like.
That's my face.
That's what you look like. So
buck up.
Here I am. I do that a lot. I mean, I do that internally. I think that to myself. Well, that's what you look like. So better be funny.
Good thing I have a good personality.
Good thing I'm funny. Kinda. Better work on it. Just got divorced. Better try harder.
Crack me up. You're funny to me.
Thank you. Well, you're my life partner.
I
so
know, you're mine.
I only need to be funny to you.
Okay, we'll move on. Sorry, my hair keeps sticking to my face.
It's because you have
I know.
it. It's because you don't want to put it behind your ears.
I know. Here, I'm going to move it.
She's going to fix it. She did wash her hair twice.
That is the worst.
I know that feeling so well.
I knew you would understand. I was supposed to go look at a house with Brooke, and I texted her and I said, okay, I washed my hair. I dried it. I had to wash it again. Because sometimes you use maybe too much, like the conditioner doesn't come out.
Yeah, something just doesn't get out all the way.
And so I'm brushing through my hair. It's just like the brush is sticking through my hair. I was so pissed.
I think what was
you know, like when you get so mad you want to do the shaky face? Remember we were talking about shaky face? I was like this. And you just almost like want to take the brush and just slam yourself in the head with it.
Yeah.
It's not working.
I've had it where I definitely want to do that, but I also at the same time want to just like shave my head.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. The next one, how Gina's training has changed and what she focuses most on now.
Oh yeah. How has it changed? You used to do CrossFit classes a lot.
I used to do CrossFit classes. I think the best shape I was ever in was about 4 or 5 years ago. And I was doing CrossFit classes probably 4 to 5 times a week. And I was doing barbell club. Mm-hmm. And that was awesome. But I couldn't keep up with it. It was just too much. So then I switched. I was still doing CrossFit, but then I switched to more just lifting.
Yeah, so like powerlifting.
Right, because I couldn't keep muscle on as I was getting older. We've talked about that before and trying to up my protein. And then recently, Daniel said, you know what we're going to try to do with you is we're going to do more bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And see how that works. So I think I'm on the second week that I'm doing more bodybuilding type stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works.
And you've been riding your Peloton?
I have been riding my Peloton.
Nice. Dude.
Not as much as I should. I moved it into my bedroom and I just wake up in the morning and I go, oh, I should get on that.
Stop looking at me.
I know.
Don't look at me. Dude, I've been
about 10 times. I should.
That's good.
I mean,
I haven't been out on out on my bike really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mostly because I had that laser treatment and I couldn't really be in the sun for a while. Yeah. But during that time, because I'm like slowly, I had to move a bunch of stuff out of my house to stage it for showing it, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so I moved my bike that's on.
Oh, to make it stationary?
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
I moved that into my storage unit. And I've like, the last little while, I've just thought to myself like, man, I wish that was still in my second room because I would
get on there.
Yeah.
Get on that bike.
Guess I'll just sit here instead.
Brooke texted me the other day and she says, well, I've been on my bed since noon.
I mean, we went to the
already
gym
worked out.
and worked out. I just got back to my house.
Like, don't out me like that. I worked out.
You know, I'm home with my puppy. And I was like, as soon as I was done training, I got home and it was hot. So hot. Took off my pants and I was just laying on my bed. And I was watching funny TikToks, sending funny TikToks to Gina.
I said, I have to go to the grocery store. She goes, I have to motivate. I'll come over.
I was like, I'm going to come with you.
That was our big outing.
Well, I was going to take Maggie on a walk. I'm like, oh, well, I'll take her to the dog park. And I thought to myself, oh, that's so far away. Because it's grass and I have allergies. And Maggie, when she goes in like the dog parks that are like dirt and things like that, usually it can really,
plus your dog's super dirty after that.
Or sneezing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so I was going to take her there, but the time of day, our roads have started to get a lot more busy. Mm-hmm. And if I would have, it would have turned into the longest trip to like her to play for a half an hour. So instead, Gina said she was walking to the store and I was like, fantastic. I'm going to come and walk Maggie with you. And I did.
Yeah. That's nice. Okay. What meals have you been making a lot lately?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I eat Trifecta. It's a meal delivery service. It's fantastic. I do eat that a lot, but I'd like to make dinner. Usually salad. I've been on a salad kick, and Gina makes a fantastic salad. It's so good.
Oh, I thank you.
Grilling chicken, salad, usually rice. And it's kind of that same sort of structure, but maybe a different meat. Maybe do steak, or maybe a different marinade on the
We
chicken.
just did a pork roast.
Yeah, we did a pork roast.
Oh,
It was
and Brooke
really-
goes,
It was
we go to this local butcher.
so good.
It's the best place. It's where we got the corn dogs that I thought you were supposed to cook for
Salchichero.
40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, salchichero. I actually have 2 of those corn dogs in my freezer right now.
So we went over there and we're looking in the meat counter and we're looking at the roasts, and he says, well, what can I get for you guys? And she says, well, we're looking for a roast. And he goes, well, what kind? She goes,
Well, wait.
oh, okay. Did I mess up?
Well, no, it's like we're looking in there, but they only had, it's like whatever's out there is what they have.
Yeah.
Right. And I was looking for beef, and
Right.
they really only had pork. But what I said was,
But in her head, the guy's just like standing there, and he goes, well, what kind of roast? And she goes,
like a roast.
like a roast. Like a roast, like you eat, like Sunday roast, like you eat on Sunday.
Yeah, like you'd cook it on Sunday.
On a Sunday roast. And he just kept looking at her like, well, but what? And so later I go, did you realize that that's not what he was asking?
I was laughing so hard in the car.
He wasn't asking what day you're eating it on.
And I think what I wanted to ask was like,
you meant beef. Yeah. They didn't have a beef one.
And in my head, I'm thinking like,
yeah,
wait, doesn't anyone have memories of their mom?
Yeah, Sunday roast.
Making Sunday roast, and it's beef.
And she said like that. Yeah, we're going to make it on Sunday.
And I was like
And he
trying
just
to
stood
imagine,
there
like
looking
in my
at
head,
you.
I'm thinking like, yeah, like in the oven. I'm so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah. What have I been making? Pretty much kind of the same thing. I'll usually try to do a meat, potatoes, or rice.
We've been on a risotto kick.
Oh yeah.
You've been telling how you made that risotto. It's so bomb.
I made risotto. I bought the rice, and a risotto is hard to make.
Yeah.
You have to cook it really slow. I chopped up mushrooms and put it in there. I didn't put any cream or anything. Yeah. I put a little bit of oil, and I toasted the rice for just not much. And then I think it was, for 3/4 cup of arborio rice, it's 2.5 cups of water. So it's quite a bit of water. Mm-hmm. And then I just added a bunch of seasonings, garlic, salt, and then just mushrooms. It ended up good.
Yeah.
Huh.
But there's also too,
a little bit of butter.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not a lot.
Have it.
You gotta have just a little
gotta
bit.
have it.
I know. And it was for a big batch.
Yeah.
I've been on a big kick of using non-fat Greek yogurt as I guess a substitution.
Yeah.
For
sour
things.
cream.
Yeah. So if something is like for my mashed potatoes,
Oh yeah.
instead of using cream and milk and tons of butter, I'll do just a little bit of butter, and I'll put it in my, was that Cuisinart? No,
Yeah,
it's
your
not a Cuisinart.
food processor?
No, it's not a food processor. Why am I so dumb? Like my KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah.
And I put it all in there, and then I'll add a ton of the no fat Greek yogurt.
So
just adds
good.
protein to it.
It's so good.
Low fat. It comes out so creamy.
They're so
good.
They really are so good.
They are good.
She makes them, and it's like, I think I've said this multiple times, but it's like you want to just be in the bowl.
You do.
Like, because they're so creamy.
They're so creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to make enchiladas a lot. We've talked about that before. I
Good
like
go-to.
it because if you do the low fat tortillas, and I think I made a mistake on a past podcast. I think I said calories instead of carbs, but these tortillas only have, I think, 17 grams of carbs per tortilla. And then I'll just measure. So I'll put about 4 ounces of meat into each one, barely any cheese. And they're really good. And that way you can it's already measured out for you.
Yeah. They're so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much salad, rice, or risotto, because it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Grilled asparagus.
Yeah.
chicken, or sometimes we'll have dinner. And it'll be like, I'll come over and Dan will come over. We do a tri-tip or skirt steak and 2 different types of chicken, or then chop it all up and then just try all of it.
Yeah.
But it's typically, and then I guess we could say lunchtime, sandwiches.
Yeah, they have that Dave's bread. That I'm in love with the thin slice.
Yeah, you just put good mustard, like we had our sandwich today. DJ made us mustard, pickles, turkey,
tons of turkey, bacon. Yeah, 1 slice of bacon.
Yeah, so good.
And if you toast the bread, even better.
Dude, I was driving home from the gym, eating that, and I was just like,
You know the next thing I'm gonna make? I love chicken salad.
Yes.
Okay. So you got that. There's a local market that we have that Brooke got this. They come in the little containers.
Yeah, and it's called it's Chestnut chicken salad.
And I was thinking, I want to try that and not put mayo in it and use the non-fat Greek yogurt and maybe like a little bit of mustard.
Yeah.
And then add some tarragon, or what is it? Tarragon that you put in there? And water chestnuts.
Yep. We made one of those.
Oh. A chicken salad?
Yes. With same idea.
Yeah.
Basically trying to look at like all the ingredients that were in that one and make it healthier.
Right.
So like, yeah. Even if you're going to do it, even if you kind of want to do a chicken salad, you kind of want to do a little bit of mayo, you still can take like a third or a fourth of what a recipe would call for, and then do the rest with non-fat Greek yogurt. You get a little bit of that like tang or like that, that flavor.
Right.
But it mixes so well and it's so good.
You know what? So I made artichokes last night, and in our family, they came out good. In our family, my mom would always make, I don't know, not everybody eats it like this. A lot of people eat it with, say, like a garlic aioli or something,
or butter.
Or butter. We never did. My mom always mixed mayonnaise with a little bit of mustard in it, and then that's what we dipped it in. So I didn't use mayonnaise. I did the non-fat Greek yogurt with. It wasn't yellow mustard. It was like a spicy mustard. And you could not even tell the difference.
No?
Not really. Because I feel like the mustard gives a little bit of the tang.
Well, and you know what I think?
And it still has that consistency.
I think that I like to do like Greek yogurt for a lot of stuff. And I'll do like the brand that we get. What's it called?
Faye.
I'll do the 5%. Like
okay.
if I'm eating it on something that I want it to have that rich, like buttery, like that creamy taste, you get like the 5% and you're not going to eat the whole, like all of it. It's mixed in through everything.
Right.
So like an extra 0.5 gram of fat, if that, to your whole serving.
Right.
And then you can, usually that flavor or that like buttery flavor can give you that if you're like substituting it for mayonnaise or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
They're like, all right, enough with the chicken salad. You guys got us
the non-fat Greek yogurt.
They got us all fired up. We're like, oh my God.
You know what else I used it for?
Chicken salad.
Okay.
Dude, my birthday, we already talked about my birthday right here, right?
I think so.
They're like, what did you just say? I don't know.
we never know.
What I was going to say is though, on my birthday after the weekend of fun, Bonnie and them were here. Dude, I'm finally feeling better after eating so much cake and pie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they got
Bonnie
like
and
apple
Matt,
pie
Bonnie
or
and
something.
Matt, they have one big sweet tooth. I do too, but I really can't overdo that stuff. Like I just can't. Unless I'm like riding my bike super hard, and I haven't been riding my bike. You got to earn your party. You got to earn your cake. And I wasn't earning it, but I was eating.
And you'd already come off a party.
Come off a party. And we had apple pie, which was so bomb. We had, like, I came home and Matt, who's so sweet, he had gone and got an apple pie and all these cupcakes and cookies and candles. And so on my birthday, he like lit the candles on the apple pie.
Cute.
And I was like, whoops, better eat it. But yeah, they were here and I had so many sweets in my house for way too long, and they left, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've done some serious damage. It's going to be hard to come back from that.
Last one is any new snack addictions besides veggie chips? I'm super into pita chips with hummus, tzatziki, and romesco sauce at the moment. I also do love pita chips.
I like pita chips
and hummus.
Yep.
I do like that.
I was eating hummus before you got here.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything that we've found snack-wise that's any different than what we've already mentioned with the veggie chips and the bitchin' sauce.
I think that if we didn't care that much about calories,
right,
we probably would adventure and find a lot more snacks.
Right.
But until we find, it's probably...
What about that popcorn?
Oh, yeah.
We found that, what was the brand? It has the Buddha on the front.
Good.
Oh,
it's...
Do you know what we're talking about, Eric? Oh, anyway, it's popcorn.
Yeah.
And it was the strangest sounding popcorn.
This company,
is so good.
You might have either seen it in the store, but it has a Buddha on the front of it. I cannot remember the name of it.
It's bugging me.
But they started having different flavors, which I saw at the store and I was like, absolutely not.
Right.
I'm like, no, unless it's kettle corn, that's it. Like, that's the flavor. Like, maybe other things that would make sense. Like, I don't know, Rocky Road.
I love that's what came to mind.
You know, but like
Rocky Road
stuff
popcorn.
that like, or caramel popcorn.
Right.
Or maybe like peanut butter chocolate. I don't know.
But this one was grapefruit.
And watermelon.
Yeah, grapefruit, watermelon, and lemon.
And I saw it and I was
so good.
Yeah, we leave it to Daniel. Leave it to DJ to buy those things to try it. And that was the only way I even tried it. Because we had dinner at your house and he comes over and goes, you have to try this. Oh, this popcorn's so good. And I was like, really? And it was grapefruit and it was really good.
Really good. Yeah. I liked
I wasn't as much into watermelon, but lemon was good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that'd be a pretty good little
If
snack.
we remember the brand.
I keep thinking I might have some in my cupboard, but I don't think I do.
Maybe just Google grapefruit popcorn. I doubt there's that many places that do it. There was something else too, and I can't think of it. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That was all her questions. Well, she also asked about different types of eyebrow treatments, but we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like everybody wants to listen to that again.
No, in fact, honestly, we're lucky if we even have people still listening right now.
That's so true. That is so true. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So Eric reminded us that our 100th
Yeah, 100th.
Our 100th episode.
100?
Our 100th episode.
That's what we kept saying during Brooke's birthday. 100%.
100%. That our 100th episode is coming up.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And he asked,
I can't believe that we have babbled for almost 100 episodes.
I mean, I can.
Oh my God.
But to say that we have listeners that wanted to listen to us for 100 episodes is crazy. He said, do you know what you want to talk about? And I was like, One, do we ever? Rarely. Two, I was thinking maybe you guys might have some ideas of what you think we should do for our 100th episode.
That's what we're going to call it. It's the 100.
This is our 100 episode.
100 episode.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. Email us at betweenthereps@gmail.com.
I was thinking like, we could do a giveaway. And then I was like, what are we going to give away?
100 socks.
100
toothpicks.
100 socks.
100.
I actually do have, so I was going through my last thing. Okay. So I'm moving. Haven't done it yet, but I have a bunch of shirts and long sleeve shirts that are like some of the very first Ence stuff.
Oh yeah.
I have the Be Resilient shirts from when I did my Europe tour. A bunch of those. And then I have...
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
And then I have the long sleeve ones from when we went to... Remember the ones that say Ence across the front? That from when we went to PA.
Oh yeah.
Those ones. Like lots of those.
Yeah, those are really old.
So we could, send some of those out.
Shirts out for those that have some good ideas.
Yeah, we 100%. We 100%. We could do that. I can't promise you I have your size, but if we have addresses, I'll just ship these shirts. I feel like I'm gonna figure out the best way to do it, but I do need to get rid of them.
Well, yeah, because we've still never finished. We sent out a lot of journals. We still had a few, and I felt bad because there were some people that had emailed in or texted or not texted. I was just been handing out my phone number.
That's nice.
DM'd me or whatever about sending them, and I don't think that we ever sent out the other. I think there were another 10 or something like that.
Like 10 more of them.
If you were one of those people, I'm really sorry.
I have them.
I know, but I don't even remember. Do you have that list?
I have the list.
Okay.
I have everything.
Okay. All right.
So if you end up getting a journal in the mail or a shirt, you might not get it until I move, but I'm going to be out of this house by the end of September. So,
all right, guys. So send in some good ideas.
Yeah. Help us out.
Help us out. We need help.
Also, we're really looking forward to our next 2 guests.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys will enjoy both of those podcasts. And other than that,
your dick is
melting.
Dick is melting. Watch out for the cords.
It's still holding together though, pretty well.
Yeah.
I probably could slide it out.
Oh, it's going to get on your phone. All right. Oh my God. It's going to go in my drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
I just squoze.
Yeah, you squoze it.
I squoze the ice out of the shaper.
Oh, it's nice. Okay. Well, thank you.
Like a waist trainer, but it's a dick shaper. All right, guys. On that note,
dick trainer.
I honestly, I don't want to listen to my own voice.
Yeah,
anymore,
we're sick of us. We're sick of us.
Thank you for listening to Between the Reps with Brooke and Gina. Remember to
rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Next week. Bye.